Sometimes I think Catherine Bigelow should just take a break from making intense war films and just make like a rom-com, but make it with the same kind of intensity. What? I would totally watch that. What is going on, everybody? Tom Chatalbash here, and if you love movies and TV like I do, then rest assured you are in the right place. And without further ado, let's review the new Netflix film. I forgot what the title was. Let's review the new Netflix film, A House of Dynamite. There it is, which has a star-studded cast and is directed by Catherine Bigelow. Now, A House of Dynamite is about when a missile is launched at the United States, and we don't know who launched it, and we're seeing all these different members of the government try to figure out who launched this missile and how to respond accordingly. So we're trying to see all of these people in different levels of government try to figure out what to do in real time, try to make these impossible decisions in order to try to protect the United States and the world as a whole. Now, on paper, this sounds like an absolutely incredible Catherine Bigelow vehicle. This sounds perfectly suited for her sensibilities and her skill set. And like I mentioned before, this movie has a star-studded cast, which includes the like of Rebecca Ferguson, Idris Elba, Jason Clarke, Anthony Ramos. The list goes on and on. So yeah, naturally, I was excited for this one, which is why it pains me to say that this is one of the bigger disappointments of 2025. And I'm so bummed. I'm so damn bummed. Now look, that's not to say there aren't things about this movie I enjoyed. I really loved like the first 40 minutes of this film because I think it does a tremendously good job setting up that central concept, that central conceit. We're getting great performances from everyone in the cast. The intensity slowly builds and that tension slowly builds, and Bigelow is directing the shit out of this thing, and she directs the shit out of this thing throughout. Her direction is absolutely the strongest part of this film. She always keeps that intensity level high. Her camera work isn't too shaky. It really feels like you're in on the action in the best way possible. It just feels like you're really like boots on the ground with these different members of government. It's great. Like that first 40 minutes, just perfection. I just wish that the rest of the film was as good as that first 40 minutes. I think a big reason why I was disappointed was that I didn't realize that this movie was going to be a case of like pause and repeat. And what I mean by that is that we see this really intense series of events. We see all these insane conversations happen within these different levels of government. But we're seeing the same conversations again and again and again, just from different points of view. But see, the problem is look, I don't have a problem with that whole pause and repeat, different vantage point kind of concept. It can be fun in the right hands. But with this script, I feel like we don't really learn anything new about these characters. It doesn't really add any new context to the story that we don't already know. And it just feels like a gimmick, ultimately. Because I honestly feel like if this movie centered in real time, say it was like a 90-minute, 2-hour film just about the United States trying to figure out who launched this missile, how to respond, and just focused on that instead of trying to give us different vantage points of the same conversations, I think it would have been a lot more effective and a lot more engaging. Like I said, extend that first 40 minutes and you've got yourself an incredibly tense and effective movie. And even though each member of the cast is giving a great performance, ultimately I feel like a lot of them are wasted here. I think Rebecca Ferguson's wasted. I think Idris Elba's incredibly wasted. Jason Clarke, wasted. I mean, so many people in this cast are just given material that really just isn't up to snuff, just really isn't up to their caliber. They're doing the best they can to elevate it, but I just kind of feel like they could have done so much more with these performances. I mean, this cast, you're gonna waste this cast? The big problem with this movie is absolutely the script. Just the way it's told, the story, the structure, it's just not effective. It's not engaging. It gets repetitive and redundant most of the time. And when the film ends, and it ends on a rather ambiguous note, it feels more frustrating than it does intriguing. Like, it's not the kind of ambiguous ending where you want to go to the person next to you or someone nearby and have a conversation about it, like what their interpretation, what their take on it was. You more so just want to watch something else. And that in and of itself is a very big problem, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very well shot film. It's got great cinematography. It's a gorgeous looking film. Like I said, that first 40 minutes, absolute home run. But Catherine Bigelow behind the camera, this cast in front of it, and it just feels like a huge waste of potential. And yeah, this one left me really bummed and really befuddled, frankly. I really just don't know what went wrong here. And this script just needed a rewrite, and I think we would have had a winner. So yeah, in the end, A House of Dynamite, this could have been such a great movie, but ultimately it's one of the bigger disappointments of the year so far. Maybe there'll be people out there who really enjoyed this one, really enjoyed the way the story is told, and really dig the ambiguous ending. Maybe you're one of them. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this movie. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you think it's just okay? Let me know down below. I'm going to give this one 2.5 out of 5 stars. Very disappointing. Could have been so much better. But this is the movie we got, and this movie is quite disappointing. So let me know what you thought of the movie down below. And until next time, everybody, I'm Tom Chatalbash, YouTube's most reliable movie critic.